In my channel's history, I haven't had a lot of opportunities to make videos about the Ohio State Buckeyes, and today I'm happy to be able to change that. As I was able to watch their spring game, two things came to mind, as you've noticed from the title of the video, which is that Ohio State could have an amazing pass rush this year, and they probably have a little bit of development to do with Justin Fields, as I'll highlight in this video. So I'm going to talk about two plays from the defense that highlight the play of Chase Young and Jonathon Cooper, and then I'm going to talk about two plays from Justin Fields that allow you to see what I'm talking about. So first of all, I'll say that Jonathon Cooper is number 18. He usually plays the left end, although they switch. 6'4", 257 pounds. He's a senior this year. And then Chase Young, of course, is number 2. He usually plays the right end, but they switch, as I said. But he's 6'5", 265 pounds, and he's a junior. He's a very talented guy. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is at the 9-minute, 31-second mark of the first quarter of the Ohio State spring game, is that it starts out with the same formation as the previous play, which you don't know, but I charted it, so you might see that in another video, where Justin Fields is in the shotgun. They go 5 wide, 2 wide receivers to the left, 3 wide receivers to the right. Now, the reason why that's significant is that Ohio State is blocking with only 5 offensive linemen, no extra help. And so the two ends here, which are Jonathon Cooper and Chase Young, Jonathon Cooper at left end, Chase Young at right end, they have good pass rush up the field on the left and right tackle. So Chase Young in particular does a great job of using his hands to immediately get into the inside of left tackle number 58's shoulders, and he controls him now because of it. He then immediately fights through 58's hands and rips through them and bends toward the quarterback, using some really good technical skills in his pass rush, as well as his natural athleticism and strength, with his size. Now, on the other end, Jonathon Cooper simply outspeeds the right tackle on an angle to the quarterback. He helps himself by getting his hands on the chest of the right tackle to keep him at bay. And so he just simply goes, you know what? Let me just run by this guy and use my natural athleticism. And they really took advantage of their ability to overcome these guys on this particular play. And that was the more simple one. Now I'm going to get into the other play that really shows some more of what can really make them really great this year. So at the 4-minute, 30-second mark of the first quarter, just watch Chase Young and Jonathon Cooper pass rush. These tackles don't stand a chance. Chase Young at left end, and he's on the right tackle. This is homicide, like logic, chicka, like shady. The right tackle, number 77, tries to get his hands on Chase Young, but fails as Chase Young uses his right arm alone to keep 77 at a hands-free distance. So 77 can't get his hands on him while continuing to head towards the quarterback. Look at how Chase Young is powerful enough to force 77 back with one arm while angling towards the quarterback. He should have been credited with the spring game sack here because he got a hand on him while he was being held on, mind you. Now, let's take a look at what Jonathon Cooper's doing at right end. This is just a straight up bull rush. Watch him convert speed to power as he gives the impression that he's doing a speed rush on the outside shoulder of the left tackle. But then he shifts inside and jabs into the chest of the left tackle, immediately pushing him back 3 steps in the QB's face. These two, with these moves, just a great combo of pass rush. And if they're able to do this consistently against their competition throughout the year, it's going to be really tough for opposing teams on passing downs and passing situations. And this is just me charting a couple plays. I'll continue to look and see what more I can learn from them. But I just thought I wanted to bring this up to you. Let me know what you think about these two defensive ends. Ohio State fans, are you excited about this group? Now I'm going to show you two plays from Justin Fields' position in the offense to show you how he needs some development from the Ohio State staff. It seems that Justin Fields has been named the starting quarterback, which most people would have expected anyway, but they kind of gave the impression that there'll be somewhat of a battle, but I don't think many people bought it. With that said, there's two plays here that show you some things that he can learn as being a young quarterback. He is only a true sophomore. At the 9-minute, 36-second mark of the first quarter, Justin Fields throws a duck. They go 5 wide, 2 wide receivers to the left, 3 wide receivers to the right. Both wide receivers on the left side have in-breaking routes. So this is a nice and easy throw to start the game for him. So the far left receiver is doing an in route, and the slot receiver is doing a slant. The pass protection is solid, although the right guard and the right tackle do a poor job of adjusting to the late stunt from Jonathon Cooper. So Justin Fields looks left the whole way, keeps his feet flat, and proceeds to throw mostly with his arm, but he does turn his hips a little bit, and this affects the way that he throws the ball, as it's not going to get enough power on him when he's trying to deliver to the receiver. But even then, he gets contacted right after the ball is leaving his fingertips. So that could have affected the travel of the ball. So the ball ends up being a duck where it doesn't go anywhere near the receiver. It kind of wobbles a little bit. And it's mainly because he doesn't, well, one, he gets hit. So that's going to automatically affect how the ball travels. But also, when you throw with your arm and you're not turning and your feet are flat, you're not able to get enough torque in the ball to get it to where you need to go, so the velocity is lower as well. So that's something that he can learn to do. Even when he is being hit, he's going to be able to drive the ball further, even when he can't step into the throw the way he needs to. The second play I'm going to show you from Justin Fields comes from the 2-minute 25-second mark of the first quarter, where Justin Fields is in the shotgun and the running back is set to his right this time, and they go 3 wide and all of the wide receivers to the left. So they diversified the formation because the 5-man only pass protection from the offensive line wasn't working, and they have the tight end in line on the right side. The far left wide receiver is maybe running, I'm going to call it a seam route because it's off screen, so I can only see the beginning of the route, but it looks like he's heading toward the seam, whereas the slot receiver is most likely running a post route, and the closest wide receiver on the left side is running a crossing route. And all of these routes are right in front of field, so the seam route will be heading toward the right, the post route will be going toward the middle of the field, which is to the right, and the crossing route will be going toward the middle of the field and cross to the far end, which is also going to the right. The tight end runs against the grain, so he goes the other direction of those. He goes to the left by running a drag route in the opposite direction from everyone else. That's supposed to be an easy read, supposed to give him some options just in case something goes wrong in the middle of the field. The offensive line holds up well enough to begin with, but eventually the defensive tackle, number 6, eventually comes through, but that's after about 2 to 3 seconds already. If you notice, Justin Fields had more than enough time to throw the wide receiver, number 14, open on the crossing route, but he waited until he saw him open. And due to this, the defensive tackle was able to hit him and affect his arm on the throw, and it caused an incomplete throw. And not only that, but he dinged his hand a little bit too, and he kind of shook it around a few times, showing that he kind of hurt it, or that the helmet or the hand of the defensive lineman hit his. And he could have avoided that if he had go ahead and threw the ball with anticipation to the wide receiver instead of waiting for the receiver to get open. And that's something that you just learn when you're a young quarterback. And you still in high school, you can wait for guys to get open and then you can throw it. But in college, the defensive players are a lot faster. They're a lot smarter. They know what to look for. And that's just something that he'll have to grow in this year. And the Ohio State coaches, Ryan Day and the crew, should be able to help him do that. But I'm wondering how long that will take. We'll see how fast he develops this year, and if he can get the offensive production up to the standards of, Dwayne Haskins, which will be different because they're a different type of quarterback. But I want to know, what are your expectations for Justin Fields early on in this season? All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.